Welcome back to Onyx Recaps. Today we will talk about a movie titled Cocaine Bear that's released in 2023. The beginning of the movie portrays a man snorting a white substance while dancing in a plane with flashing red lights. He accidentally slips and hits his head, resulting in his death. Meanwhile, a couple hiking in a Georgia forest comes across a disturbed bear that appears to be banging its head on a tree. The couple tries to take pictures of the bear, but it charges at them, killing the woman. The man escapes as the bear devours his fiancée. Later, a news report reveals that a white substance rained from the sky and caused the man's death from falling. Police officers are investigating the incident to determine who was responsible for distributing the substance. This brief narrative raises questions about the origin and effects of the white substance and its potential impact on wildlife. The couple's encounter with the disturbed bear hints at a possible connection between the substance and the animal's behavior, leaving the audience to wonder about the substance's potential to cause harm to both humans and animals. The scene sets the stage for a potentially intriguing thriller or mystery film that explores the consequences of the unknown substance's distribution. The detectives investigating the white substance case are suspicious of a man named Sid and believe there are more bags of the substance out there. Detective Bob has a theory and intends to pursue it. In a different scene, we meet David, who is talking to Sid, the primary target of the police. Sid offers David a job to complete a drug delivery that previously failed. Sid also insists that David takes his son, Eddie, as a partner. However, David is reluctant to involve Eddie, who is grieving the loss of his wife. Despite David's objections, Sid remains firm on his decision. Meanwhile, we are introduced to a nurse named Sari, who is getting ready for her shift while arguing with her daughter, Dee. Sari wants Dee to come with her to Nashville to see her boyfriend's band, but Dee is hesitant. David visits Eddie at a bar, where Eddie is eating pasta and crying over his loss. Despite his grief, Eddie agrees to join David on the mission, which David fills him in on over dinner. The next morning, Dee leaves her house with her friend Henry, and they skip school to go on an adventure in the wild. The narrative introduces a variety of characters and sets up the plot for an intriguing mystery or thriller movie involving drugs, police investigations, grief, and young adventure seekers. After Dee and Henry skip school and head to the secret falls, they discover more packages of the white substance, which they mistake for drugs they can sell. However, they have no idea what they are worth or who to sell them to. As they explore the area, a bear sneaks up behind them and steals some cheese before sneezing the white substance on their faces, causing them to scream in fear. Meanwhile, Eddie and David are driving to the location, with Eddie still mourning the loss of his wife and complaining about his father. At the same time, Sari finds Dee's backpack and a map with a marked location for Secret Falls. She realizes that her daughter is missing and goes to a nearby station to alert the rangers and ask for guidance. Liz and Peter are already on their way to the area, and Sari tags along with them. The plot thickens as the characters' paths converge, and it remains to be seen how their stories will unfold. As David and Eddie enter the station in a car, some teenagers try to mug David in the men's room, but he quickly puts them in their place, although he is stabbed in the back. Despite his injury, he manages to knock out all of the attackers. Meanwhile, Eddie finds a pack of white substances on one of the kids, and after interrogating him, they force him to lead them to where the white substance is hidden. On the other hand, Sari, along with the rangers Liz and Peter, are searching for Dee and Henry. Sari calls out for Dee, but Henry answers her from above a tree, saying that he climbed it to get away from the bear. Dee was taken by the bear, he tells them. Suddenly, the bear attacks Peter, dragging him into the bushes. Liz blindly shoots at the bear. He falls onto the white substance, and some of it goes up his nostrils. The bear sneaks up from behind and attacks Liz, throwing her around and scratching at her leg. Peter manages to climb a nearby tree, but gets eaten by the bear because of the cocaine on him. Sari and Henry manage to escape. As Sari and Henry follow Dee's trail, they come across some blood on the rocks, which terrifies Sari, thinking that her daughter is injured. However, it turns out to be red paint. They soon discover blue marks, which they realize Dee is leaving as a trail for help. Meanwhile, Liz returns to the station, limping, and finds the teenagers who tried to mug David and Eddie inside. She forces one of them to open the door, but as she points her gun at the doorway, she blindly shoots and kills one of the teens, causing the bear outside to get a brain shower and move away. The other kid inside the station closes the door as they hear a commotion above the house. Bob arrives near the station but doesn't notice anything. Medics soon arrive at the scene because of a report of a concussion. They have to use all their strength to push open the door, which is blocked by a dead body. They find a wounded Liz and start treating her. Meanwhile, one of the medics enters a dark room and is attacked by the bear. The bear traps the medic under a door and keeps stomping on it. The medic manages to distract the bear with a red bag, making it think there is white substance inside the bag. The medics use this opportunity to escape, but the bear chases after them and leaps into the ambulance, throwing out a wounded Liz. The medic driving the ambulance crashes into a tree, killing all three of them. The bear then leaves. Later, Eddie and David are walking with the kid. Eddie, still depressed, starts sharing his feelings with David. The kid tries to console a depressed Eddie. The scene cuts to Eddie and David, who arrive at the gazebo where the white substance is hidden, only to find that someone has taken all of it. They think that they have been set up and must find the real culprit. Unbeknownst to them, Detective Bob had already confiscated the drugs. David goes for his gun, but Bob shoots off some of his fingers. Howard attempts to hide, but the bear arrives at the scene. The kid and Eddie lie down motionless, hoping to avoid the bear's attention. The bear decides to sleep on top of Eddie, crushing him. David comes close thinking the bear passed out, but drops a package of drugs, waking up the hungry beast. The bear swallows the whole package, and the drugs begin to take effect. The bear starts to dance with Eddie, but Bob showers some of the drugs on the bear, distracting it. He shoots away one of the packages, making the bear run away. Bob gives them a chance to run, but David points the gun at the officer, and a shot is heard as Bob falls with a gunshot in his stomach. Sid arrives and asks for the white substance because many big people will follow him if he can't deliver the drugs. They retrieve their tracks to get the bag, but Bob's partner, Officer Reba, arrives and freezes everyone at gunpoint. Later, it is revealed that the partner was working with a criminal highlighting corruption in the police department. They all leave Bob behind to die and miss the bag of white substance hanging from a tree as they keep walking. Meanwhile, Sari and Henry are crossing a river and meet a hiker. Henry starts munching on the hiker's stash of food, while Sari asks if he saw her daughter, Dee Dee. The man leads them to a cave and kindly lets them borrow a flashlight before he leaves. They go inside the cave and find bear cubs in a red duffel bag covered with cocaine. Dee Dee hears them and runs to them. They all reunite, but they hear a loud noise outside, indicating that the bear is nearby. They immediately walk towards a ledge by the secret falls. Criminals soon arrive at the cave and see the red duffel bag. Eddie tries to convince the others to leave, but Sid insists on finding the other bags. Officer Reba wants to leave, but Sid points a gun at her. David walks in front of the gun to let the officer go. The three walk towards the ledge and come across Sari, Dee Dee, and Henry. Eddie tries to reason with his father to stop because there are kids involved. Sid insists on getting the duffel bag hanging on the ledge and even points a gun at the kids. Soon the bear cubs appear and try to get the duffel bag from Sid. Sid tells them to shoot the bears, but Dave and Eddie are hesitant. Sid throws the gun to Sarai in hopes that she will be of help, but Sari points the gun at him. Under all the commotion, the mama bear soon arrives. Sari and the kids decide to jump onto the river below. David and Eddie follow, but David gets shot when Sid tries to shoot the bear. The bear inhales some cocaine and attacks Sid, killing him. Meanwhile, Eddie consoles David, who got shot. Sari comes in to help them. They all return to the station and go their separate ways. The police and ambulance arrive at the scene. The film ends with a message about the dangers of drug abuse and the importance of law enforcement in combating the drug epidemic. If you found the video engaging and entertaining, we would greatly appreciate it if you could help spread the word by sharing, liking, and commenting on the video. And we thank you for taking the time to watch. Remember to take care, and we hope to see you again soon.